Hello everybody, this is a perfect beginner workout, but it's not only for beginners, it's for real true beginners and for the senior members of your family and friends who want to reduce muscle loss, because as you get older your muscles, it's called sarcopenia, your muscles will reduce, and so we're going to try and help them by doing strength training. So everybody should do that a little bit each week. So this is a really little gorgeous little workout. So I'm going to just do a tiny little warm up. So you're going to start off by just tapping side to side. It's nothing mega, there's not going to be any jumping or anything. And the only equipment you need is a chair. I've got a mat here, but if you've got a carpet that's fine. So you just need a normal house chair. So we're going to go now into double side step. Just a little, and if you want to give it a little bit of attitude, drop the hips, do that. Otherwise, just tap side to side in a double side step. Then we're going to add the arms, take them over. The heart rate up a bit, perfect. And now we're going to go into little hamstring curls, but without a squat. So it's tuck one heel up towards your glutes. See, I'm doing a little tiny bit of bouncing. If you don't want to, just stand still and do that. We're going to do 4 more here. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to bring the knee to the front and aim my elbow towards it, so you're crossing the body. 4 more. 4, 3. We're going to go back to those hamstring curls now. 1. So bring the arms in, so squeeze the shoulder blades together. 4 more. 4, 3. Then knee across the body again. 1, 2, 3. So annoying when those instructors count. I'll try not to count. 2 more. 2. Now you're going to tap to the side. This is like a half star jump. If you only want to do 1 arm, 1 leg, that's fine. No arms, just the legs, that's also fine. 4 more. We're going to go back to that single side step now. 1. So add the arms, bring them out to the front. And then we're going to go into that double side step. Add the arms over. So bringing the arms over your head will raise your heart rate a little bit more. So if you feel a bit funny about that, just keep your arms low. Hamstring curls, here we go, let's do 4. 1, 2. 4 knees to the front. 2, get them up a little bit higher if you can. Hamstring curls again. Knees to the front. 2. Half star jumps, here we go. Last 4. We're going to go back to the beginning one last time. Single side step. Let's go straight to doubles. Reminds me of my aerobics days, this does. Arms over. Here we go. Surprised I don't get my feet in a knot. Hamstring curls, let's go for 4. Add a little bit of depth if you can. If not, don't worry. Knee across. 2. Hand curls. Curls. Knee across. 1, 2. Ending with your half star jumps. 4 more. And just tap it out. Okay, all you need. You go off and get a drink. Make sure you've got your chair and a mat with a carpeted surface. And we've got Aaron to come and take us through the strength bit, which is the main bit of this workout. Hello everybody, this is Aaron, and he's going to make us do it. Okay, we're going to start off with some really easy, gentle squats. Now we've got a chair here to help us balance, so all you've got to do is just sit on the chair. Now I'm quite short, so I'm quite near the chair, but if you're tall, you've got to work harder than me.
So we're going to do 12 reps of these. So make sure your technique's right. So you're going to sit down, just have a little look first. Through your heels, just going to tap the chair. What you want to try and do is see how Annie shuffled forward. She was a bit too close, so her hamstrings hit the chair, you see. But you want to make sure it's your glutes that are touching down.
It's your buttocks.
Your bum.
And what you don't want to do is sit and go, and then launch yourself up. You're just tapping.
2 reasons you don't want to do that. 1, all you're doing is using momentum. And 2, if you do that and the chair slides away as you stand up, you're going to fall over when you sit back down again. So you just want to tap the chair gently with your glutes. 12 reps. Let's go with these now. So control down through your heels and up. So the chair's there just to help you with your range, just so you know roughly where you are. We're 4 now. Make sure the weight goes through your heels. Have a little look at your knees as well. Make sure they're not completely collapsing in. So you want to be in control down. If you find that they're collapsing in, just force them out a little bit. Squeeze your glutes and just stand up.
9. So you can press through your heels here. Now, squeeze.
Remember,
I've got 2 more.
there's no weight or momentum on the chair, so you're not flopping down onto the chair.
If you've lost count, don't worry, just stay with me.
Stay with us, we're at 12 now. So then with this time we're going to do a little single leg, or we can call these a single leg deadlift, or you can do a reach lunge. So what you're going to do, using your chair again as either balance or as range, you lean forward, slight bend in the front leg, releasing the back leg. Try and keep it as straight as you can. Just tap on the chair nice and lightly. Again, don't push on the chair and push yourself up. If you really struggle with this movement, if you have no range at all in your lower back, you can hold onto the chair slightly and just do a little rear leg raise.
So
if you need just to bring it down.
It's my left leg here that we're working. This is just hanging about. If you want to keep it on the floor and tap it down, that's also fine.
And we're going to do 12 of these as well, starting from now.
I think you got some free ones there, don't you?
2. So you're probably concentrating on your own technique. So just listen. Your base foot, that one, as you lean forward, you want to try and push through that heel slightly. You don't want to roll forward onto that toe. So you're bending the front leg, almost like a single leg squat as well. If you think about the front legs just dipping, the back legs coming up, try to engage your glutes. So by that we mean squeeze your bum cheeks together almost.
Got 2 more.
Okay, so
1.
you're squeezing your glutes together
2.
as you're standing up nice and tall.
Now you would have felt that all the way there.
Change legs.
I have.
So there we go,
Ready for the
opposite
next
leg.
one? Okay, I'm going to do 5 practice ones because I do 5 practice ones on the other one. So
if you're unsure of technique, you're able to look now. Have a look. See, and his back's nice and straight, back leg releases. So it's just like a little pivot, a hip hinge. So the hinge at the hip, but not leaning forward. She's not doing this and rounding her back. Let's go for 12. Your back leg that goes back, on the way back up, as you're standing tall, just tap your toe down if you like, just to give yourself some balance. Also, you have the chair for some balance and to help with your range.
6. Nice having the chair there, isn't it?
It's 7 here. Don't push off the chair though. You just want to, just lightly, fingertips on the chair.
We've got 3 more.
Squeeze those glutes together. So especially at the bottom of the movement, when you're leaning forward, squeeze your glutes and stand up.
12. Everybody all right?
Just shake them off. Okay, we're going to do the whole little sequence again. So 12 squats, and this time we're going to go straight in to your single leg work.
I don't think you'll allow any messing this time. I think we have to turn around and just get on with it.
Now. So don't flop back onto the chair.
So make sure that you're at the right distance.
And stand.
Okay.
Let's go.
What am I doing? 12?
Yeah, 12 knees. So down through your heels. By that, you want to make sure that you're pushing your hips backwards. All your toes will almost come off the floor, which is fine. Just make sure you're driving back. As you get stronger, you'll find that you're able to get your feet nice and flat.
6.
Stop the knees collapsing in. That's the important bit.
7. Bit of a thrust. That'd be good. 8.
Stand up nice and tall. We're doing 12. So you're not just here. Come on, nice to get that full range. We'll have the full range of movement in the muscles.
11.
12. Just spin round straight into a single leg work.
Okay, so left leg first, right leg off the floor. So it's straight and then you bend.
Up with that back heel. So you're not flicking your leg out like the hamstring curls that you just did in your warm up. Your back staying nice and straight. So we're hinging at the hip. Bum's going backwards. So push your bum backwards. Don't lean your chest over. There's a slight difference.
8.
All the pressure going through that one leg.
We've got 3 more. Come on, people.
If you're not bothered counting and you're just staying with Annie's tempo, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
3. Oh, 4 more. 4 more. 1. Sorry. Okay. Here we go.
So change legs. Go now. So we hinge. Tap the chair with your fingers. And stand up nice and tall. Make sure, again, the full range. You're standing up nice and tall. Get the chest up and the head up. Open your lungs.
So if you can keep that left foot off the floor, that helps your core work a little bit with your balance. But, you know, don't stress about that. You can put the foot down.
As you get stronger, you might be able to keep it up. As you get stronger, you might be able just to bring the knee up, even a little drive through.
7.
Couple more
to
reps.
make it a bit more fancy, you can do that.
8. You will wobble around a little bit, that's fine, that's natural. You're going to wobble, ankle mobility, you will get stronger in these.
2 more, 1.
Hinge, tall.
2.
Good,
Perfect.
nice one.
Okay.
We're going to be on the floor now.
Ooh, on to something else.
So just have a little look at the technique again for these. So first one is called threading the needle. So you're going to be on your hands and your knees.
Fingers of the left hand turned in. You're going to take your right hand through the gap here.
And your back straight.
So stretch out. I'm not back here, I'm here. And I'm going to come up into an arm opening. It's like a little Pilates move, but it's fantastic for your core strength, for this triceps as well, and for your mobility in your spine.
So you're almost trying to get your shoulder down onto the floor and your ear. So if your right hand's doing the work, try and get your right shoulder and your right ear, so you're twisting right the way around.
And this is number 4, so we're doing 4 each side.
Yeah, we're going to start now.
Okay, so fingers of the right hand in. I'm going to go the other way now. So you'll see that.
4. So we go 1.
Back of my head, apologies.
Come right up and then go back down again. That's 2.
Try not to just flick your wrist back. Try and get the arm open.
Try and rotate your hips as well. So when you turn around, really rotate those hips. Get that big stretch in your back. So we're doing 4 on each side.
4. Perfect. Now.
Press ups.
Yes. So we're going to stay here because these are easier like this.
On your knees, hands in line with your chest with a press up. A lot of people have the hands too high and the elbows flare out into this position. So you want your hands down, shoulder blades nice and tight, and Annie's going to lower her chest to the floor.
And watch where my elbows go. They're not going out to the side, they're going diagonally behind me. So my
chest goes down to the floor. Head is in front of her hands. She's going to do a couple more reps for you to have a look. And if you can imagine looking at a clock, Annie's elbows are about 20 past 8. So that angle there, not 9:15. Okay? So we're going to do...
Don't sit back. So
4 of these.
You know, I can get low, but if you can't get there low, it doesn't matter. Just keep your body position the same. We're going to do just 4, okay? Breathing in as you go down.
Breathe out when you push the floor away from you. So try not to lift with your head and your back. Push the floor away. Activate your chest and your anterior delts. So a little bit of the front shoulder. So we're doing 4 of these. And then we're going to go straight back into those threading the needle.
Fingers in. 4 of them this time. Again.
So right hand release and through. Open right up and really open that up to the top.
I'm a bit more flexible on this side. I get my
right around. Really twist that body. Get that big stretch in the back.
He's trying to just snap me in two. You see that?
Last one here, and then we're going to change sides. Good. Back down. Other hand in. And you're trying to get that range. If you're not very flexible, that's fine. You will be able to get further. Just go for your safe range. Get that nice big stretch. Always doing 4 of these, and then we're going to go into 6 press ups next time. Open up.
Was that number 3? I can't remember. Here, I'm having a bonus one if it was.
4 of these. Turn your fingers out now. Press up position.
Fingers facing forward to the edge of the mat, and your head is over your hands.
Really
so
important.
You're not landing your head here. You're landing it over there.
6 press ups.
Okay, here we go. Elbows at 20 past 8.
So it's really important that your head is in front of your hands. You might find that as you start to push up, your glutes and everything goes backwards towards your heels. Try and keep your weight forward.
3.
So you don't want to be sitting right backwards. We're
4.
doing 6 here.
And I know, 2 more, and I know what you're probably thinking, that your wrists hurt a bit. That's
6.
Okay.
That's fine.
They're just being used.
If your wrists are tight, you can check your mobility. Put your forearms together and see how far you can open your hands. See, so if you do that and your hands are only going to about here, that's probably why your press ups hurt a little bit. So threading the needle again.
Fingers of the left hand in. Let's go.
4 on each side.
Still 4 again. Dive through.
Don't rush these. It's not a speed exercise. You're not trying to go really quick.
We don't want any of those speedy exercises, do we?
Just stretch and open up. Nice deep stretch. Get that rotation in your torso.
I can feel it in the triceps there. Especially after the press
4.
ups.
Good.
Okay.
Other side.
4 this side.
Just take your hands in.
Open up.
Really open that chest up. So really, as you come out, open the chest, open the head. Everything goes up. Don't just flick the arm out to the side.
3.
You might be trying to rush them slightly, but no need.
4, yeah, get it over with.
8 press ups.
Ooh,
Turn your hands
8.
around again. Keep that technique now. Even as you're starting to get tired, just keep that technique. Let's go 8. If you find that your knees, you might be super strong at knees, you might want to move your knees back a little bit. Maybe take one knee off, or if you're really starting to get tired and struggling, bring your knees in a little bit more. Just try and get that range down, as long as the elbows are going in the same position. Don't flare them out to the side.
5. What happens is when you get tired, you come down here, but then they flick in for you to come up. Try to keep them where they were, where they're pointing there. Then push the floor away from you, like Aaron says.
One more rep.
Is it one more?
Yeah.
Oh, glad someone's counting around here.
Good, just rest.
Okay, so you're just going to sit back on your heels and stretch your arms because your upper body's probably feeling it now.
Last little set.
Yeah.
This is going to be a glute bridge, and then we're just going to do a little bit of ab work.
So you've got glute bridge, which are these. So your feet,
Feet are flat on the floor.
not too far away from you. You're going in line with the camera there. Hands down, and you're going to lift up. Big.
Squeeze. So it's all through those glutes. You're trying to lift through your glutes, not pull yourself up.
And just not rest your whole body, but just tap down.
Taps, like you did in the squats earlier, where you were just touching the chair lightly and then coming up. Do the same with these. Just tap those glutes lightly on the floor and then squeeze them up.
Now if you want to make it harder,
12 reps at least, let's go.
you could do 6 on each leg. Just have one leg up. Anyway,
2.
sorry, Aaron.
That's right. Don't rush them. Control down and squeeze up. Try to hold that top position for a second. What you don't want to do is just hit the top and then drop back down again. So you want to squeeze at the top, engage those glutes by squeezing those bum cheeks together, squeezing up and then holding there and then slowly releasing back. Just tapping the floor lightly and then up.
This isn't about making your bottom look lovely. This is about giving you real strength in your glutes. Because most people, their glutes are actually quite weak.
You might find that the hamstrings fire up as well.
Yeah, so try and keep it in the glutes.
Push through your heels on these. So you should be driving your heels into the ground.
1.
And also, just force your knees out a little bit. So try not to let them collapse in. So as you're driving up, just force those knees out just a little bit. It will help activate your glutes properly.
Done.
Get them nicely fired up.
Okay.
We're going to do an oblique and crunches. So just have a little look again at the technique first.
1.
Shoulder blades are down. You're reaching across your body. Okay, as you suck your belly button in. We're going to do 10 of those. And then we're going to do 10
normal crunches,
just straight ones. Okay, so let's go. 10 of each. So we're reaching across, trying to get the outside of your palm just to the outside of your knee. So that's your range. You're not trying to sit all the way up. It's just a little crunch. Suck your belly button in, pull your rib cage down. Okay? Don't just nod your head and reach your arm up. You're actually trying to lift your shoulder blades off the floor by collapsing your ribs and pulling down to pull that chest up.
10. Okay.
So that's our first 10. Now we'll just go 10 straight ones.
So watch my elbows, they're not moving. They're at 10 to 2 on the clock.
It's the same range of movement. You're doing that same range as you just did. So you've got your range because you just reached across each knee. So your range is perfectly fine. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out and you squeeze up. Last one.
10.
Good. Into a plank position. So roll over into a half plank.
So this is
Have a little
wonderful
look.
for all this, the deep, deep muscles, okay, which hold you up all day.
This is your plank position. So your elbows and your shoulders in a straight line. They're not at an angle, so your elbows aren't too far forward. And we're just going to sit there and we're going to hold for 30 seconds.
So if
just
you're
control that breathing.
If you're used to doing a plank, say you might do yoga or Pilates regularly, you can take one knee off the floor. If you're feeling really brave, you can take the other knee off the floor. But once that starts feeling something in your back, then put a knee down, but don't dislodge the pelvis. So imagine,
exactly the same.
Yeah, imagine you've got a bowl of boiling water on the back
My
of
hands
your
were there,
pelvis.
Annie could lift her knee up and this wouldn't change. So I can feel her core firing up, okay, but nothing here is moving. Nothing's dipping down, it's not pushing up. Everything is perfectly straight.
You watch that watch, Nicholas.
And rest. You get about 4 more seconds.
Well done.
So we can do that again?
Yes.
Roll back over. So this time we're going to do it without any breaks. We'll go all the way through because we know what we're doing now. It's the glute bridge to start with. Heels into the ground, we're driving them up, turning those knees out, just a little bit at the top.
Glutes, core.
And go.
Perfect. Ooh,
We're doing 12.
no messing, no messing.
Just tapping the floor gently at the bottom, so we're not completely resting, we're not releasing tension completely and letting our core collapse. It's just a little tap, and then a squeeze.
See how my toes are off the floor a little bit? 6.
Tap the
I'm
floor,
pushing
squeeze.
through my 7. I'm pushing through my heels to make these work harder.
Really drive up. So try and be quite forceful on the way up. Do the move with purpose, like you're meaning to drive with those glutes and hold and release. and drive and hold and release.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. Obliques.
Crunches, obliques, so reaching across, 10s. Try to breathe in at the bottom, breathe out as you're squeezing up. So exhale as you're squeezing up. Again, it will force you to get those abs working.
6. So try and keep the knees still, but try not to move over to one side like that.
You don't want to roll. Controls your lower back, pretty much stays exactly where it is.
That's 10, okay.
And then now 10 straight crunch, straight lines.
Shoulder
Same
blades
range
off
of
the
movement.
floor.
Yep. Put my foot under Annie's back. Because our shoulder blades are up. Same range.
6. Feeling it?
Squeeze. 2 more.
Fantastic.
And then we're straight over into that plank position. Good. Straight over, forearm plank. Elbows and shoulders in a straight line. Go again. So we're going to hold that 30 seconds.
Am I straight? I can't
Yeah.
actually see that.
Yeah. So the straight line is if you look down from the elbow to here, what we mean is that we don't want your elbows too far back or too far forward.
Yeah, if they're here, hurts your back a
Don't
little
want
bit.
that. And also puts a lot of pressure on the shoulder.
Yes.
Just hold that there. Remember, you can release one knee or 2 knees if you're nice and strong in your core. Some people have been doing planks for a long time. They might be perfectly good at them.
Ooh.
And then rest. So back over, we're going to do one more set, and then we're done. Back into our glute bridges. Good.
Okay.
Heels in the ground,
Hands down. Come on, people, let's do it.
toes up, squeeze.
Toes up, hips up,
Drive.
buttocks strong.
Remember to hold at that top. So we squeeze and release. Almost say the word. Squeeze and release. That will give you the time. Squeeze out, or count the number. Just elongate the number when you're squeezing up.
This is 6. Am I doing 10?
No, we're doing 12 of these.
That's right, we are.
Heels into the ground, glutes up off the
4
floor.
to go.
Try and get a nice
Squeeze.
45-degree angle between your chest and your knees. So a nice straight line all the way up if you can. Tapping down. We say a lot as you go through these workouts how important your glutes are. They're a big, huge muscle. Oblique crunches.
So people think as they get older, you have to count them because I'm going to waffle on at Aaron's
You
number
waffle,
3.
go on.
As you get older, people think that it's just cardio work is important, but it's so important to do strength training, which is what this is, resistance training, so that your muscles stay strong, your testosterone levels stay up, your metabolic rate stays up, your joints are supported,
Last one.
blah, blah, blah.
Straight crunches now. So you've done your obliques, now we go straight ones, 10 again. You can still count if you want to waffle. Breathe in at the bottom, breathe out when you squeeze. It's not waffle, it's important.
No, it's really important, 6.
We do make a joke of it, but it's important. Breathe in at the bottom, breathe out between you squeeze up. One more, and then rinse to our plank. Last 30 seconds.
Come on.
Get your
Let's
set
do
up
this
right,
now.
ladies. Hold it there. So get your set up right. Set up always important in planks and in press ups, squats, everything. Just get your set up right first. If your setup is wrong and you start trying to do certain movements, they're going to be all over the place. Okay, and you're going to end up either doing yourself an injury, or you're not really hitting the muscles in the right way, which is what we want to do. You want to get strong in the right positions.
I'm faffing around with my legs. You can do whatever you like. Just stay still in your half plank.
Couple more seconds. And rest it out. Superb work, well done.
Well done. Well done, everybody. So that is a perfect little sequence for you to practice that and get better at each day and share it with your friends and family. Thank you so much, Aaron.
You're welcome.
Well done, everybody. See you soon.